clean freaks, slobs, OCDs, pigs. Where are you at? You know, most reasonable people are trying to not be too crazy about cleaning, but also want to make sure there's no bugs. Want to make sure everything's like sanitary enough too. It seems most of us want to avoid things like smelling bad. There's one. So I want to talk about your tolerance for how far can things go before you start to experience anxiousness, anxiety. What is your disorder tolerance? So I think like almost every couple has to deal with this somewhat, in that when are you going to find the perfect match for someone who is at your level of disorder tolerance? Okay. Because even if you were both clean freaks, no matter what you do, you get a microscope out and the lighting's good enough. I mean, there's always going to be some disorder somewhere. So it's an unattainable goal. So if you have both parties, they don't have jobs, they don't need to eat, they don't need to sleep, they're cleaning constantly. They're always cleaning, and that's how they spend their lives. One of them is going to have a different tolerance than the other, and one of them is going to experience harder anxiety than the other one does about the situation. Now, whether or not they blame themselves or the other person, that's a whole different video. This isn't about blame. This is about tolerance. But that it's a personal preference. Not a personal preference. It's that it's... Okay, let's go to the other extreme. You got two pigs. You got two slobs. Both of them will let shit go really, really far before they experience any anxiety about the situation. From afar, everyone else thinks it's perfect because you know you have somebody in your life who's like this. You can't even sit in their car, and no one goes to their place, and you're afraid there's bugs everywhere. You wouldn't want to eat with any of their utensils. You have somebody in your life like this. Now imagine two of these people living together, and you would think it's the perfect relationship, but no, even those two would have different tolerances, and one of them will experience anxiety at some point and be like, hey, I really think we need to clean. No, we don't. Okay, but let's get back to what this video is about. If you get two reasonable people who are trying to be in the middle, you and someone else, you're still going to have different tolerances. So one of them's going to be like, I think it's time to clean, and you're going to be like, I don't know about that. Or you're in a situation where you think it's time to clean and the other person doesn't see it that way. It's just because of the way your anxiety is. That's all.